In today's video, I'm gonna show you guys how to build your very own DIY swamp cooler out of items that you maybe have laying around the house or things that you can purchase at the hardware store for next to nothing. So it's the middle of the summer, and if you're anything like me, you are sweating and you're also not really willing to ball out on the big fancy AC. So let's show you how we're gonna do this. You're gonna need some sort of container to start. In my case, it's just a really cheapo styrofoam cooler I got from Walmart. Let's open this box up to see what else you're gonna need. You're also gonna wanna have some sort of portable fan, some duct tape, a couple PVC fittings. I've got an elbow and a coupler for this case. You're also gonna need some sort of X-Acto knife or a box cutter to make your holes, and a marker to make your portholes visible. You're also gonna want some sort of lining for your container. In this case, I just got like a plastic bin from Walmart that I'm just gonna drop right in there. Makes things a little more clean. So the first step of the setup is to make a few holes. The first one is gonna be for your fan in the center of the lid. You're also gonna wanna make a couple other incisions in this cooler, mainly on the side, and another one near the top. Those ones are gonna be for your PVC so your air can flow out. All right, so let's get right to it. I'm gonna grab my marker, my box cutter, put them here, grab my fan, and just to start, we're gonna place it right in the middle. And then once we have a pretty good idea where it's gonna be placed, I wanna take our marker and start tracing around the outline of our fan. Also, I'm not the handiest guy, so this might turn out to be pretty crappy, but it's not really about aesthetics, it's about functionality for me. Let's be real. I love the sound of fresh styrofoam being cut in the morning. Okay, so I kind of have a loose idea of where I want to put my fan. Then we just cut that out, right? So take your box cutter and just start making a cut. Be sure not to cut yourself during this process, and also kind of just take your time with it. The cleaner these lines are, the better your setup's gonna be. All right, so we got a hole right in the middle of it. That's kind of what you want. From there, you just kind of place your fan back on where you want it, and then you're gonna take your duct tape and kind of seal off around the fan so it can get the maximum amount of air directed right into that cooler. You know, I know what you're thinking at home. Yeah, JD, this is like really good looking, and like you are like the Michelangelo of DIY swamp coolers. And to that I say thank you kindly, viewer. I really appreciate your support. Like and subscribe. Once you have everything sealed off with your fan on top, the next steps become where you're gonna put your airflow holes. And for me, I'm gonna put one right on top here, kind of next to the fan, and I'm also gonna put one right around there. So I'm gonna start drawing those holes with these PVC fittings onto the cooler. Nice, and that's a pretty snug fit, which is kind of what you want. You don't want a lot of room for air to circulate around the main directional hole. It's trash day, everybody. Cheers. So now that we got this side hole drilled, let's put the cooler lid back on, and let's make another incision for this elbow joint to go. You know, the best thing about DIY stuff is that it's spontaneous. So you know, it's like your own. It's like you're in your own little free world. You can do whatever you want. I love that. Get the feet, D-Lo, if you could. Thanks, man. I really appreciate that. Oh, that's a seal. That's a tight seal, guys. That's what you want over here. Cool. So now we have kind of an elbow joint for the top airflow hole. It is firmly sealed in there, and that is pretty much how it should look, guys, in terms of the overall setup. Ice time? Yes, it's ice time, D-Lo. For this, I'm gonna use frozen water bottles, which I highly recommend. I constantly use those on camping trips. I find that they last a long time and they keep everything especially cold. So, pro tip from me. And there she is. All you gotta do, turn that sucker on. You've got some cold air pumping out. Ooh, that's chilly. And that's it for this one. That was the DIY swamp cooler. If you got something out of today's video or you enjoyed it, be sure to leave a like on it and subscribe to our YouTube channel for a lot more. What do you think, D-Lo? What do you think of this thing? Is all right? He likes it. If you guys have an idea of how we can improve this setup, leave it down below in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. But that's gonna do it with this one. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I'm JD. We'll see you in the next one.